what I'm saying? So you split people up, and then they end up, if you're a middle-class person, voting against your own interests, and the rich go laughing all the way to the bank. Welcome to Inside the Dollar Gist. How are you guys doing today? On this channel, we talk about things going on in the news. We talk about things going on around the world, on the internet, wherever we see it, we bring it down here, then we talk about it. If it's something you are interested in, please do not forget to join the growing community by subscribing. Turn on your bell notification so you're not gonna miss a thing. And to my return subscriber, comment down below in the comment section. Let me know you are in the building. And thank y'all. Appreciate it. Let's jump right into it. Yes, guys, that was Bernie Sanders. You know, Bernie Sanders has been the superstar for the Democrat. Even though, yes, he has independence, but we know that majority of the time he normally votes along with Democrats. He used to be Democrat, and I think he switched to independent. The deal is, Bernie Sanders, he has predicted what just happened in this 2024 presidential election year. He has predicted it, and it came to pass. He told us how Republicans and Democrats, how they have been, you know what I mean, selling the election to the American people. When I mean selling, the tactics, the logic, their messaging, you know, all of that, it's a way for them, for any candidates, to sell themselves to the American people to get their vote, right? That's what I mean. I am going to play yo Bernie Sanders when he predicted this. Yo, do you hear me? When he predicted these 2024 presidential election year, things that we are now seeing in the election, you know what I mean? Bernie Sanders knew all along how this game worked, and it's just worth talking about. You know what I mean? Let's play this clip. Over 20 years ago, that Bernie Sanders said this. Now I'm going to tell you something that very few people in Congress would tell you. If you are the Republican leadership, and this is what your goals are, your goals are to give huge tax breaks to the very richest people in this country. Your goals are ultimately to privatize Social Security so that Wall Street can make money from that. Privatize Medicare so the insurance companies can make more money. Privatize education. Do away with public schools. If those are your goals and you said that to the American people, you think you get a lot of lower? There are many members of the Congress today, Republicans, who not only will not raise the minimum wage, which is $5.15 an hour, you know what they will tell you, honestly? They believe in abolishing the minimum wage. Did you know that? Check it out. Telling you the truth. So that if Americans can work for $3 an hour or $2 an hour, not a problem. Now, if you had an agenda like that and you went before the American people, tax breaks for the rich, destruction of Medicare, destruction of Social Security as we know it, lowering the minimum wage or abolishing it, how many votes did you think you'd get? Not a whole lot. Maybe the richest 1% would vote for you. But that's not a lot of votes. So what do? I've got a problem. You package it. How do you package it? And here I want you to pay attention to me, because this is bad stuff. What you do is divide people up. Divide people up by races. Affirmative action becomes one issue. All them black people are getting the jobs that we white people used to have. Split people, working class, white against black, instead of working together to create decent jobs for all. Those uppity women now, they want the right to choose. We'll split people on the abortion issue. We'll split people up on the gun issue. We'll split people up on religious issues. What I'm saying. So you split people up, and then they end up, if you're a middle-class person, voting against your own interests, and the rich go laughing all the way to the bank. And that's how they succeed. And they succeed with the help of the media, because the media will not talk about how, in a sense, the common problems that Americans face and how we bring people together. Are y'all snacking on your popcorns? Are y'all chewing on your popcorn listening to Bernie Sanders? That was 20 years ago. Over 20 years ago. And everything he laid out right here is exact same thing that we just witnessed in this last 2024 presidential election year. Y'all remember the black jobs? Bernie Sanders talked about it over 20 years ago. Y'all remember the black jobs that Donald Trump was saying the immigrants are taking? Y'all remember that statement? I was shocked when I heard this, that Bernie Sanders predicted this all along, and it came to pass. Y'all remember that this presidential election year, this 2024, women's right was on the ballot? Bernie Sanders said it over 20 years ago. But this actually got my attention when he said the Republicans had even tried to abolish minimum wage. And minimum wage then, he was fighting it to be $5.15. Y'all can see how long Bernie Sanders has been on this fight of minimum wage. Now he's back at it because he is thinking, he is saying it out loud that the minimum wage should be raised. Y'all wanna tell me you are not shaking your head listening to this, and this was over 20 years ago. And he said something at the end of it that the media actually, which is true. Y'all know that misinformation, alternative fact, all of that has dominated this presidential election year. It's gone, yeah, but when I saw this, I was just nodding my head with along with Bernie Sanders, because now the women was, you know what I mean, the right was taken away, and he said something, the middle class now gonna vote, you know what I mean, and the rich, something like that, and the rich gonna smile to the bank. Do y'all remember that right after election, this 2024 presidential election year, that the billionaires get more money after this 2024 presidential election year? Oh my God, when I heard it, I gave it to Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders had that vision. He has been fighting it for years. And y'all see how it looked then? I was like, this is what bringing on board for us to talk about it. What do you guys think? And he actually have advice, which I think that's what Democrat has been doing. Let's take a listen to how he said Democrat has been, handling their election. Let's take a listen to Bernie Sanders one more time. To bring people together to say, look, we're all in this boat together, whether you're black or white, whether you're Hispanic, whether you're Muslim, whatever you may be. Everybody needs health care. How do we create a health care system that works for all people, not divide people up? Everybody knows that the young people do not make it into the middle class unless they have a decent college education. So how do we make college education accessible to all people? Not an expensive proposition, a tiny, tiny fraction of the president's tax breaks for the rich, if we put into financial aid, would make sure that every young person in this country could go to college without going deeply into debt. You know what? The vast majority of the people support us. But in order to do that, we got to bring everybody together. He said it loud and clear. Everybody need the health care. You know what I mean? And I think when he was saying this is what the Democrats, they have been doing, try to bring everybody together. You know what I mean? Try not to divide the Americans because they believe whether you're white or black, just like he said, bring everybody together. You know what I mean? And this is what Democrat has been doing. Try to bring everybody together, try to work for the middle class, especially Bernie Sanders. How do you guys see this? He nailed it. Do you get a point or two out of this? Which is, for instance, when he said the Republican tried to abolish
$5.15 per hour for the minimum wage. I was like, whoa, he has been fighting for this minimum wage for years. And I just think this 2024 presidential election year, a lot of people do not believe Donald Trump was going to win. You know what I mean? Even the poll says he was not going to win. But just like Bernie Sanders said, everything he said came to pass, and it's everything that he said then is what played out in 2024. Do you guys see that? How do you guys see that? Let's continue the conversation down there in the comment section. Bernie Sanders, we just know that this is a proof that this man has been fighting for middle class for the longest. I will catch up with you guys later. Please, let's respect ourselves while we comment. Do not forget to join the growing community if you like and want to join the growing community. Bye, y'all. Thanks, everybody.